as it has become customary also this year, on the occasion of the World Economic Forum in Davos, the charity Oxfam has published a report on inequality. And also this year, we discovered that the richest part of the population has grown even richer and even more distant from all the rest. Indeed, according to the report, the 26 richest people in the world today have a net worth equal that of the poorest 50%, meaning of the poorest 3.8 billion human beings living on the planet. And also this year, there have been polemics and discussions about the data and how they have been used, especially in this case regarding the wealth of the poorest, which according to Oxfam, somehow controversially, has been declining in the last 10 years or so. Now, there are very good reasons to be concerned about the validity of the estimates we have for wealth inequality, also because given that in many world countries wealth is not taxed or is taxed only partially, we don't have good information about it, generally speaking. This being said, looking at the literature and also looking at the whole set of estimates we have, there are very little doubts about the fact that income and wealth has become concentrated in fewer and fewer hands over the last few years, which is also leading support to the view, confirmed by a growing amount of evidence dating back, in fact, 7 centuries and more, that the very long-run tendency for inequality has been to grow, which leads to the question of what should we do in the case that we wanted to achieve a less unequal society, because we have no reason to think that inequality will decline by itself. So again, what should we do? Well, our first thing to do is that we should be kind of careful about the kind of fiscal systems we wish for. We should in fact try and achieve more progressive fiscal systems, while in many countries in the world there are temptations to go exactly in the opposite direction. But we should resist those temptations. We should preserve what is left of the progressiveness of our fiscal system, meaning the richer pay more than the poorest. And if possible, we should strengthen that, which is not necessarily meaning that we should increase the per capita fiscal burden. In fact, it is even possible to think about a fiscal reform that at the same time reduces the fiscal burden and increases the progressivity of the tax levy. And this might even be desirable given that wealth is, it's desirable given that this might lead to less evasion and delusion, especially regarding the richest, again, given that in the current globalized world, wealth is highly mobile. Indeed, the larger a patrimony is today, the more mobile it is. And the second thing we should do is to favor as much as we can social mobility in order to achieve greater equality among future generations and in order basically to counter the tendency of inequality to grow inertially. And this means investing more in public education and in general in all those public services which can contribute to place everybody on equal footing.